Hey, good morning from the office. I'm your host, BKP. We are North Georgia's only live online morning show. Sorry about the delay in starting the show. That was completely and totally my fault. Hang tight there a minute, Destiny. I sent, I think, 3 videos today, and I think I sent 80 pictures. It's totally my fault. It's 8:03 in the morning. We're just getting started. But all of that being said, there is the way you can contact the show. 706-889-9700 and chief at FetcherNews.com. We want to hear you say Merry Christmas. So let me tell you, we're starting this. We're going to hit the social. We're having a meeting today. We have a meeting every Monday, if you must know. We start the week out with a meeting. And we have our marketing department this morning. So if you text me, do you have that little graphic? There you go. I am your host right here, me, out of my pocket. I'm buying 20 of these. I can't buy 40 or 60, maybe next year. We'll see what happens if you're good. And Santa's good as far as a little extra cash. Anyhow, so right there, text me Merry Christmas to BKP. Now, somebody text Merry Christmas FYN. We're going to accept that. Okay, we're going to take FYN as a Merry Christmas. But text me Merry Christmas, okay? BKP at that number, and I'm going to give 20 of these away, and we're really going to start the online marketing push today, so you want to get in now because I'm only going to have 20. All right, so over the weekend, I thought about this long and hard. And I said, do we come in this morning and rehash last week's testimony? Do we? Knowing what we know? Or do we come in this morning and just kindly draw, look for the morning headlines and then draw a line of how ridiculous this is? And you and I know this impeachment is absolutely ridiculous. And now it's witness intimidation. Okay. I know a couple guys that could do a class on witness intimidation, and I don't know if they would use Twitter to do it. Okay. If you look at witness intimidation in the old days, yes, in the old days, all the way back in the 80s and 90s. Do you know when Rudy Giuliani was the prosecutor in the Southern District of New York? Ironically, now that's trying to take down Trump and Rudy Giuliani. But when he was the prosecutor there in New York City, before he became America's mayor, is what he was known as, there was a hit put out on him. You could go and Google witness cases that came down to witness intimidation. Payoffs, bribes. Okay, so anyhow, President puts out a tweet, and these little pasty white people start yelling, witness intimidation. You don't know witness intimidation. Whew. The public tweet is witness intimidation. Anyhow, so let's move along. Do you remember when, now Destiny, I don't know where you stand on the pictures, and again, okay. Now, I sent you 80 photos at 7:59 and 58 seconds, and you're telling me all 80's ready? Okay, I gotta see how you're doing this so fast. We may have a problem. You remember when these two people, number 7, okay, you remember when they purchased their first black child? Do you remember that? Do you remember their first purchase? And they were saying right there that, they were saying at that time that they always knew he would be a winner from the day they purchased him, these two white parents. Sorry. And they were giving this interview, and then you remember how proud they were when their purchase started really standing out, number 6. Remember that? Remember that? How proud they were at Nevada when their first black child purchase was made, and they always knew he'd be successful. And then you remember look at number 3. There's Kute Kinte. Kute Kinte, number 3. Really? This dude. Now, let me just give you a quick reminder of number 4. This is the actual Kute Kinte in Roots that was being beaten with a whip until he acknowledged his name was Toby. Toby. So go back to 3. I mean, it looks like they're going to have to beat him into submission till he realizes his name is Toby. He doesn't want to play football, man. Colin Kapernick doesn't want to play football. How dare you show up on sideline with a Kute Kinte shirt on, like you're some slave. You were raised by these 2 white people, number 7. How dare you, man? You were raised by these white people in a privileged home. You had it made your whole life. And then you show up for a tryout. NFL going to give you another shot. And you go number 3, Kute Kinte. Whatever. I'm going to play Stephen Smith's response to Kute Kinte there in a minute. You know, the slave that the NFL owners won't let play football. Let me tell you something there, Kute. What is the NFL 82% African American, black now, or something like that? I don't think they're just keeping you out. All right, number 9. There's going to be a debate in Atlanta this week. We will get to impeachment. You people get so damn pushy, okay? There's going to be a debate. And all I keep hearing in Atlanta about the debate is 4 women are going to host the debate. Well, they're taking it over. It's going to be 4 women hosting the debate. Where do you see 4 women? Well, I tell you, that's a top shelf guy right there in the glasses. Rachel, I mean, her pronoun, you think she's offended? These 4 women host? I don't think so. Anyhow, number 10. Now, this might be a little blurry, I don't know, but here's on the debate stage this Wednesday night, right? We will get to impeachment, damn it. Slow down. The debate stage. Cory Booker is wondering, hey, could anybody tell people, I'm the black guy in the candidate in the race? I'm the black candidate. I have been in this race. I'm an uppity brother. I could be an uppity brother. I know from Newark. But I could play uppity. I could do everything. What do you want? I'm Spartacus. Would somebody please tell Deval Patrick and Obama, I'm the black guy. You got me. South Carolina. Brother Cory Booker rolling into town right after New Hampshire. Just saying. Tulsi Gabbard's in the debate. Amy Klobuchar, the boy that would be king. We'll talk about him in a minute. Pete Buttigieg, the gay brigade. Elizabeth Warren. She got her chops slapped by Deval Patrick, didn't she? In Massachusetts. Joe Biden. Okay. Bernie Sanders. Kamala Harris. Andrew Yang. And Tom Steyer. Deval Patrick will not be there Wednesday night, and it will not hurt him. Now, I have a little bit of a disagreement with some out there that do not think Deval Patrick is a big deal getting into the race. I'm not for sure yet. We will see. But Deval Patrick, he's from Bain Capital. This guy's an uppity brother. Now, in some African-American circles in the inner city, they call him something else. Not me. I can't do that. But he's an uppity brother. Deval Patrick, uppity. Where everything creased real nice. I mean, that overcoat, everything, that tie. Yeah, uppity brother from Bain Capital. Wonder how he going to play in the hood. We will see. We will see who's going to get that South Carolina brother vote. But let me tell you something about Deval Patrick. We'll get deeper into this in a little bit. Deval Patrick, the former governor of Massachusetts, is not taking a chance. It's a calculated risk. This has been calculated: time, precision, release. It's like a time release capsule in your medication. It releases at a certain time. Because I'm telling you now, Bloomberg, on the other hand, this guy got billions and billions and billions now. We're not saying Deval. That brother don't have a little money to burn. But Bloomberg could have fun with an election, spend $1 billion, and then say, I enjoyed that, and go home. That's pretty good. I kind of enjoyed that, and go home. Wow, $1 billion is gone, burnt. Like, to me, we'll get into him. Bloomberg's like Brewster's Millions. Do you remember that one? Forget it if you don't. That's one of them down-to-earth movies for guys like me, okay? But anyhow, I'm telling you, Deval Patrick, time release. He's avoided all of the debates, good or bad. I say good. So anyhow, that's happening Wednesday night right here in Atlanta. Now, as I'm talking about Atlanta, let me go to this real quick. I don't have a picture for it. You could leave the debate characters up for Atlanta. Today is the day all bets. If you've been placing your bets, okay, window closes today. If you've been doing your over-under, if you've been doing your little college scorecards like you used to do, I forget what those are called. But anyhow, the Governor Brian Kemp of Georgia, today's the deadline to submit your resume. All right, to submit your resume to replace Johnny Isakson as senator. We'll talk about that, because who has the power to make this poll? What will Kemp do? Today's the day. All bets are off. Now, let me just say here. Let's get to this one here. Let's see if I can find one. All right, there's right here. Okay. So, Louisiana governor's race, 75, number 75, please. Okay. Now, Louisiana governor's race, John Bel Edwards, the incumbent, 51.3. Eddie Rispone, 48.7, Republican. This is a state that Trump won by 20 points. This is a state that Trump went to Louisiana. He was in Monroe, Louisiana, just a couple weeks ago. This is a place where Trump went twice to try to get Eddie Rispone across the finish line to get rid of John Bel Edwards. Now, we're going to take a brief break. All right, let me see. Wait a minute. Let me see a couple other things we're going to touch on today. Let me see what this is. Number 61, all right, 61, Trump accused of witness intimidation in real time, right in real time. No media. Adam Schiff did not have to go on Twitter, and Adam Schiff did not have to tell his little lackey or whatever, the little person that runs and whispers in his ear at the appropriate time. He didn't have to go say, hey, keep up with Trump's Twitter feed, and the very minute he attacks her or says something about her, bring it to me so I can turn it into something. All right? Schiff did not have to read, okay? He did not have to read that, and I'm going to say something here. I'm going to get it here in just a second. I will find it. This is the former ambassador to Ukraine, Yovanovitch. Okay, let's go to 15. Now, I think, I don't want to get down a road, a rabbit trail or something. I don't have my facts right. But I think she was born in Russia. Am I correct? I'm not for sure. This has been a very painful period, Yovanovitch says. Now, supposedly she got a call. This lady's was not well liked in Ukraine. Ukraine is a very corrupt place, very dangerous. Why, you could be poisoned in Ukraine while sipping your tea. No joke. This is like the third most corrupt country in the civilized world, or whatever we're calling it. Okay, she was called home. Okay. They say for no apparent reason. She was not liked in Ukraine. Was not liked. We could go very deep into this, but the media is so disgusting. Leave her up there. Remember that number, whatever that number is, 15, write that down. Okay? This has been a very painful period. Remember this ambassador, number 17? Stevens. Remember Stevens, the ambassador? Remember the pictures they released of him, his dead body being carried through the streets? Our ambassador, number 16. See that? Remember that? Our ambassador being carried through the streets. Remember that? Chris Stevens. Remember the Benghazi cover-up? Remember this guy called? You remember he called for extra help, backup? I mean, just throwing it out there just really quickly. Remember, we didn't want to give the backup because we did not want to, in Libya, have military with our uniforms on. Yeah, remember that? They were like begging for help. Number 15. Mitch Yovanovitch, Ambassador Yovanovitch, that is a very painful period for America. That is a very painful period for his family to have to see every day. That's a very painful period and a very dark scar on this country that we did not protect our ambassador. You know what? You're alive. You know what? You're alive and able to go give that compelling testimony that brought Chris Wallace to tears. Why, you're alive today to be able to give the testimony that Chris Wallace thought if you were not moved by. Please, this has been a very painful period. We got you painful period. Take a break, come back. Let's go straight to Louisiana because they're making fun of our president. Let's check because they're trying to say our president went as a health scare. All the above. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office. North Georgia's only live online morning show. Take us to break.